Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. It is the NFL Scoreboard for week number 6 of the 2015 NFL season. Here I'm Peter Wiggins, and we're going to do a summary of the week 6 scoreboard plus a preview of tonight's showdown down in Indy. New England Patriots against Indianapolis Colts here. Okay, let's get to the NFL scoreboard here as we're going to start you up out in Seattle here as the Carolina Panthers, who have a 4-0 record, are clinging to a 23-20 deficit over the Seahawks in Seattle here. And the Seahawks began to score on a Stephen Oshka 30-yard field goal drive to make it 3-0 in favor of the Seahawks. And then Cam Newton runs for 2 yards in the second quarter to make it 7-3 in favor of the Panthers here. And then Marshawn Lynch, a 1-yard run as the Seahawks scored in the halftime break, leading it 10-7 here. And then Rick Outlock at a 4-yard pass from Russell Wilson to make it 17-7 in favor of the Seahawks. And then Hashka from 50 yards to make it 20-7 in favor of the Seahawks here. And then Jonathan Stewart a 1-yard run as the Seahawks make it now lead it 20-14 here in the third quarter. Then Hashka 30. The 43-yard field goal drive make it 23-14 in favor of the Seahawks. And then Jonathan Stewart 1-yard run and kick failed as the Seahawks are clinging to a 23-20 lead over the Carolina Panthers here with 2:29 left in the fourth quarter as the Panthers get the ball back here. As Russell Wilson 16 for 27 for 218 yards and 1 touchdown, while Marshawn Lynch 17 for 54 for 1 touchdown here. Cam Newton 14 for 29 for 180 yards and 2 interceptions here. Right out in Green Bay here, where the score update here with 46 seconds left. The Green Bay Packers just got a touchdown here. As James Jones, a 8-yard pass from Aaron Rodgers as the Packers now lead the San Diego Chargers 24-17 here in the third quarter here. As the Packers scored on a James Starks 5-yard pass from Aaron Rodgers in the first quarter, make it 7-0 in favor of the Packers here. And then Josh Lambo 36-yard field goal drive to make it 7-3 in favor of the Packers. And then Starks again from 65 yards, and it is 14-3 in favor of the Packers here. And then in the second quarter, Mason Crosby a 23-yard field goal drive to make it 17-3 in favor of the Packers here. And then Dontrell Inman a 1-yard pass from Phil Rivers to make it 17-10 in favor of the Packers. And then Darius Green a 19-yard pass from Rivers to make it 17-17. But the recent score, Aaron Rodgers and James Jones now 24-17 Packers in top with 46 seconds left in the third quarter here. Okay, in San Francisco here. In a rematch from Super Bowl 47 here in New Orleans here. The San Francisco 49ers at Levi Stadium are leading the Baltimore Ravens 25-13 here as Aaron Rodgers so far 13 for 23 for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Philip Rivers 30 for 46 for 330 yards here and 2 TDs here. And the 49ers got on the board first on a pair of Phil Dawson field goals, one from 53 and another from 31 to make it 6-0 in favor of the 49ers here. And then in the second quarter, Justin Tucker 22-yard field goal drive to make it 6-3 in favor of the 49ers here. But then Torrey Smith 76-yard pass from Calvin Kaepernick to make it 13-3 49ers. And then Phil Dawson, 26-yard field goal drive to make it 16-3 49ers. And then Justin Tucker, a 36-yard field goal drive to make it 16-6 in favor of the 49ers. Then Phil Dawson, 42-yard field goal to make it 19-6 in favor of the 49ers. And then Steve Smith, 34-yard pass from Joe Flacco to make it 19-13 49ers through 3 quarters. And then Quinton Patton, a 21-yard pass from Kaepernick Passfield as the 49ers are now leading the Baltimore Ravens 25-13 here. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 o'clock games. Starting off in the Meadowlands here, where the New York Jets squared off against the Washington Redskins here. And the Jets will be the Patriots' opponent next Sunday. Gillette defeated the Washington Redskins 34-20, as I'm sure the New England Patriots have studied the Jets game to study for the next opponent next Sunday at Gillette. As after Pierre Wilson got a 2-yard pass from Kirk Cousins to make it 7-0 in favor of the Redskins here. Chris Avery, 1-yard run to tie it to 7, and then second quarter, Nick Folk, 35-yard field goal to make it 10-7 Jets, and then a pair of Dustin Hopkins field goals, one from 54, and another one from 30 to make it 13-10 Redskins through 2 quarters, and then Nick Folk, 39-yard field goal to make it 13-13 to score, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick, 18-yard run to make it 20-13 in favor of the Jets, and then Brandon Marshall, 35-yard pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick to make it 27-13 in favor of the Jets, and then Eric Decker, 2-yard pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick to make it 34-13 Jets, and then Robbie Ross, block punt, recovery in the end zone here as the Jets defeat the Washington Redskins 34-20 as Ryan Fitzpatrick, 19-26 for 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chris Ivory, 20 attempts for 146 yards on the touchdown wall. Kirk Cousins at 25 for 43 for 196 yards, 1 TD and 2 picks here. Out in Pittsburgh here, where the Pittsburgh Steelers squared off against the Arizona Cardinals here. As the Steelers defeat the Arizona Cardinals 25-13 here. As Michael Floyd got the Cardinals on the board first with a 3-yard pass from Carson Palmer, 7-0 Cardinals, and then second quarter, Chris Boswell, 47-yard field goal to make it 7-3 Arizona, and then Chandler Contenswell, 31-yard field goal to make it 10-3 Cardinals at the halftime break, and then Boswell, 40 yards to make it 10-6 in favor of the Cardinals, and then Montavious Bryant, an 8-yard pass from Jones and pass failed, 12-10 Steelers. As Landry Jones stepped in from Michael Vick, who was injured, at 8 for 12, 168 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and then Boswell, 31-yard field goal to make it 15-10 in favor of the Steelers, and then Chen contends for 3-9 field goal to make it 15-13 in favor of the Steelers, and then Boswell, 20-yard field goal to make it 18-13 Steelers, and then the icing on the cake for the Steelers, Montavious Bryant, 88-yard pass from Jones as Montavious Bryant, 137 yards receiving, 6 receptions, and 2 TDs as the Steelers seal the deal over the Cards. 25-13 and go to 4-2 while the Cardinals fall to 4-2 here. While Carson Palmer at 29.5 for 421 yards and 1 TD and 2 interceptions here. Okay. Up in Minneapolis, where the Minnesota Vikings defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 16-10. As Blair Walsh kicks a 24-yard field goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Vikings. And then Kyle Rudolph, 4-yard pass, and Teddy Bridgewater to make it 10-0 in favor of the Vikings. And then Walsh, 45-yard field goal in the third quarter to make it 13-0 in favor of the Vikings. And then fourth quarter, Cairo Santos, 40-yard field goal to make it 13-3 Vikes. And then Albert Wilson, a 42-yard pass from Alex Smith to make it 13-10 Vikings, and then Walsh 45 yards as the Vikings beat the Chiefs 16-10 and go to 3-2, and while the Chiefs look for answers fall to 1-5 of the season as Teddy Bridgewater 17 for 31 for 249ers, 1 TD and 2 picks ball. Al Smith 22 for 37, 282 yards, 1 touchdown. Here. And in Buffalo, where the Cincinnati Bengals, also like the Patriots, are unbeaten so far this season as the Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Buffalo Bills 34-21. And after E.J. Manuel put the Bills ahead for a 2-yard run in the first quarter, Jeremy Hill, 13-yard pass from Andy Dalton to make it 7-7 to score. And then second quarter, Gibson Bernard, 17-yard run to make it 14-7 Cincinnati. Then Mike Nugent, a 47-yard field goal to make it 17-7 Bengals. And then Sammy Watkins, a 22-yard press from E.J. Manuel to make it 17-14 in favor of the Bengals. And then Marvin Jones, a 10-yard pass from Dalton to make it 24-14 Cincinnati. And then Tyler Eifert, a 4-yard pass from Andy Dalton to make it 31-14 Bengals. And then fourth quarter, Mike McDonald, a 39-yard field goal to make it 34-13 in favor of the Bengals. And then LaShawn McCoy, a 4-yard run and then covered kick as a Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Buffalo Bills and stay unbeaten 34-21 here as now. The Bengals improved their record here to 6-0. The best start since the last time the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, 1988, with Boomer Esiason and Chris Collinsworth around for the Bengals, while the Bills dropped to 3-3 in the season here. Out in Detroit, a shootout in Detroit in the Motor City here as a black and blue rivalry, the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. As the Lions come up with their first win of the season over the Bears, 37-34, no T here. As the Lions got on the board on that. Lance Moore, 20-yard pass from Matthew Sedman, make it 7-0 in favor of the Lions. And then Robbie Gould, a 27-yard field goal to make it 7-3 Lions. And then Jeremy Langford, 1-yard run to make it 10-7 in favor of the Bears. And then Timothy Ryan, an 8-yard pass from Matthew Stafford to make it 14-10 for the Lions. And then Robbie Gould, a 23-yard field goal to make it 14-13 Lions. And then Golden Tate, 2-yard pass from Matthew Stafford to make it 21-13 in favor of the Lions. And then Robbie Gould, a 30-yard field goal to make it 21-16 Lions. And then Matt Prater, 39-yard field goal to make it 24-16 in favor of the Lions here. And then Alshon Jeffrey, 11-yard pass from Cutler to make it 24-21 in favor of the Bears. And then Matt Forte, a 2-yard run to make it 31-16 in favor of the 31-20 in favor of the Bears. And then Matt Prater, 32-yard field goal to make it 31-23 here. In favor of the Bears here. And then Johnson, a 60-yard pass from Memphis to make it 34-31 in favor of the Lions. But then Gould, a 29-yard goal to make it 34-34. And then Matt Prater, 27-yard field goal as the Detroit Lions beat the Chicago Bears in overtime, 37-34. As they Lions get their first win of the 2015 season here, 37-34. Out in Cleveland here, where the Cleveland Browns squared off against the Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos in another overtime thriller here. As Brendan McManus, as as Matthew Stafford, 27-42 for 405 yards and 4 TDs and 1 interception wall. Jake Cutler had 26-41 for 353 yards and 1 TD and 1 interception here. And Andy Dalton of the Bengals, he was perfect. 22 for 33 for 243 yards and 3 TDs, while E.J. Manuel 20 for 42 for 263 yards and 1 TD here. And now, the Broncos got on board on a Brandon McManus 29 field goal to make it 3-0 in favor of the Broncos. And then Aqib Talib in the second quarter, 63-yard interception return to make it 10-0 in favor of the Broncos. And then in the third quarter, Gary Barnidge and then Gary Barnidge an 11-yard pass from Josh McCown to make it 10-7 in favor of the Broncos. And then McManus 25-yard field goal to make it 13-7 in favor of the Broncos. And then in the fourth quarter, McManus another 39-yard field goal to make it 16-7 in favor of the Broncos. And then Gary Baines 14-yard pass from McCown to make it 16-14 in favor of the Broncos. And then Cal Denby a 35-yard False Denby 35 interception return to make it 20-16 Browns in the pass field. And then Emmanuel Sanders 75-yard pass from Peyton Manning to make it 23-20 Broncos. And then Travis Coons 26-yard field goal to tie it 23-23. And in the overtime, Brandon McManus 34-yard field goal is up Denver Broncos over the Cleveland Browns 26-23 to stay unbeaten 6-0 in the season. Waldo Browns fall to 2-4 as Peyton Manning, despite 3 interceptions at 26-48 for 290 yards and 1 TD and 3 interceptions, while Josh McCown 20 for 39 for 213 yards and 2 TDs and 2 interceptions here. Alright, out in Jacksonville, where the Jacksonville Jaguars here. Squared off against the Houston Texans here, and in the first quarter, Arian Foster, 14-yard pass from Brandon Hoyer to make it 7-0 in Houston, and then second quarter, Allen Robinson, a 2-yard pass from Blake Bortles to make it tied at 7 apiece, and then Nick Novak, 41-yard field goal to make it 10-7 Texans, and then Julius Thomas in the third quarter, 29 pass from Blake Bortles to make it 14-10 Jaguars, and then DeAndre Hopkins, 9-yard pass from Hoyer to make it 17-14 Texans, then Hopkins again to make it 24-14 Texans, and then Andre Howell, 31-yard interception to make it 31-14 Texans, and then Allen earns an 11-yard pass from Blake Bortles as the Houston Texans go to 2-4 season with a 31-20 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars here, as the Jags fall to 1-5 in the season here, as Brandon had 24 36 for 293 yards and 3 TDs, while Blake Bortles 30 for 53 for 331 yards and 3 TDs and 3 picks. And down in Tennessee, where the Miami Dolphins rolled over the Tennessee Titans 38-10 here. In Coach Dan Campbell's debut, then the Dolphins came out firing here as Jarvis Landry a 23-yard run to make it 7-0 in favor of the Dolphins, and then Ryan Sukup a 37-yard field goal to make it 7-3 Dolphins, and then Andrew Franks 30-yard field goal to make it 10-3 in favor of the Dolphins, and then in the second quarter, Lamar Miller a 70-yard run to make it 17-3 in favor of the Dolphins, and then third quarter, intercepted return by Rashad Jones to make it 24-3 Dolphins, and then Dexter McCluster, a 3-yard pass from Marcus Mariota to make it 24-10 in favor of the Dolphins, and then Deion Sims, 3-yard pass from Tannehill to make it 31-10 Dolphins, and then Jordan Cameron, 12-yard pass from Tannehill as the Dolphins beat the Titans 38-10 as Ryan Tannehill 22-29 for 266 yards with 2 TDs and 2 interceptions, while Marcus Mariota 21 for 33 for 219 yards, 1 TD and 2 interceptions here. Alright, Sunday night showdown in Indy. The New England Patriots Indianapolis Colts. The last time they met, the Patriots creamed the Colts 45-7 and moved to the Super Bowl title, while the Indianapolis Colts started this whole Deflategate debacle here. As now, we're going to preview the Patriots Colts here. Total yards per game, 423.8 for the Patriots, 334.8 for the Colts. And then passing yards per game, 331.2 for the Patriots, while 242.8 for the Colts. And then rushing yards per game, 92.5 for the Patriots and 92.0 for the Colts here. And my game plan, the offense needs to be calm, cool, and collected here. Take it one step at a time. Do your job. And when the defense needs to be doing good and keeping up the good work here. And the Patriots offensive line cannot let Brady get sacked like he did against Dallas. He got sacked 4 to 5 times, but he prevailed. So the Patriots offensive line needs to do their job. And if they come out of it, maybe the Patriots can expect to win. But I expect the Patriots and Tom Brady to be an angry, angry team against the Indianapolis Colts. As the Patriots are going to expect a blowout from the Indianapolis Colts here. Okay, look at that. Looking at updates from the late games here. Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers trying to keep their unbeaten season alive. Gets a touchdown here. Greg Olsen, 26-yard pass from Cam Newton to make it 27-23 Panthers here. And now, 7 seconds left. Panthers and the Seahawks. Panthers up 27-23. Seattle ball. 3rd and 3 here. While the San Diego Chargers get a field goal from Josh Lambo and cut the Green Bay Packer lead to 24-20 with 9 minutes left. And Baltimore just got a last touchdown, and now they have the ball on their own 20 with 66 seconds left in the 4th quarter and trailing the San Francisco 49ers 25-20 here. As Kalen gonna it's Kamar Aiken. 2-yard pass with Flacco, and now 49ers lead the Ravens 25-20. And the game just got final in Seattle. Panthers stay unbeaten 27-23 over the Seahawks. And that's going to be for the NFL scoreboard on this Sunday, October 18, 2015. Please have a good evening. And I'll see you for the New England Patriots halftime report, where we recap the first half of the Patriots and the Colts. And we'll see you for Sports right after the Pats Colts game. Have a good night and good.